Hey guys, my name is Priscilla Elias and today I'll give you 5 tips that were very important for me to start making better photos. Explore angles. Have you ever noticed how most people take photos when they're traveling? They just get there, go to the same spot where everybody else is taking photos, point their cell phone or camera and shoot. The point is, the best photos are usually the ones you put some effort into. Try it out. Next time you travel around, or even if you're a professional photographer and you shoot portraits, for example, instead of just standing there and snapping the photo, try some different angles. Go down on your knees, shoot up, shoot down, move from one side to the other, walk a little bit more and explore some different angles. I guarantee you'll end up with much better photos. Explore depth of field. And by that I mean, make your subject stand out by placing it in a position where he or she will be the main point on the photo. One way of doing that is playing with your aperture. If you have a 2.8 or 1.8, or even better, if you have a 1.4, use it in order to get the background really blurred out, Of course, depending on what you're shooting and on the distance you are from the subject, a 1.4 aperture might make you only focus on one part of the object, which might not be good for your photo. But you'll get it right if you adjust your aperture, having in mind that no matter what, your subject should be the main thing on your photo. Another way of doing that, if you don't have a lens with a wide aperture, is by bringing your subject further from the background. And that will make it stand out from the background. Another thing you can do is to place something in one of the corners or in front of the lens. Maybe a flower, a plant, you can use a branch, a wall, anything that can make a blurry effect to something that's closer to the lens. It will definitely give your photo a special touch. Frame it. Maybe you've already heard a lot about this, maybe you've never heard about it. The rule of thirds. The rule of thirds is the guideline that applies when you're composing visual images, and you can set your camera to have that on your monitor. You can also see it later when you're editing your photos. You can settle it on Lightroom or Photoshop, for example, and this can help you compose your photos in much more interesting ways, using lines that even though people don't see on the photos, they're usually points of attention of the viewer. And of course, this is not something you need to worry about all the time. I myself think there are exceptions for this, but having that in mind many times gives me better shots with exact focus to my subject. Less is more. One of the problems I constantly see, especially on amateurs or new photographers' photos, is that it is very common that they just want to capture too much. They just want everything on the photo. They want to have in one photo all their eyes can see. But the thing with photography is that if you want to emphasize something, if you really want to show something specific, you really need to focus on it. So for instance, if you're shooting a wedding, it might be nice to have some shots of all the guests, the whole church during the ceremony, the entire outfits and so on. But it is also just as important to be able to look at the details and to focus on them. A ring, the hand in hand, a specific look to one specific person, the flowers, a child being cute, the beautiful details from the decoration prepared specifically for that event. All those things are so important. So when you're shooting, always search for those details. Look around and see if you're not missing something. Light. Last but not least, light is one of the most important aspects of photography. With a good light, any photo will look 1,000 times better. It doesn't matter if you take it with your camera or with your phone. If you light your subject well, your photo will just be way much better. And that doesn't mean you have to buy any lights. Just go close to a window, or if you're outdoors, search for a good source of light, which could be the sun if it's daytime, or it could be a neon sign if it's nighttime. Just look around, move around, and if you're not sure on how to do this, just ask your subject to move around while you point the camera to it. I'm sure you'll know when it looks better. This is it for today, guys. I hope this video helps you to snap some cooler shots out there. Either if you're a professional photographer or if you're just someone who likes photos, and if you want to be able to take some nice snaps for your Instagram, Facebook, or just to keep the photos for yourself. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, click the notify button so you know when I release new videos, and also leave a comment below letting me know if you want some more tips on how to do some nice photos, or if you want me to talk specifically about something else. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!